All right, we're live on the air, and let me adjust my camera here since it got messed up. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Nerds on the Couch. It's 7:10. Sorry for the delay, July 9th. And we got a couple of things to talk about. Before we get to the big hoopla that's supposedly happening in California, uh, let's talk a little bit about some movies that we've seen. This past week, we had Terminator Genesis.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. That's the word. That's the key word I want to start off here. It wasn't
That's been
as
the
bad.
consensus.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, it could have been much worse. I mean, it could have been something like, I don't know, Back to the Future 2.
Rise of the Machines.
Rise of the Machines.
Salvation.
The end of Salvation.
Hey,
Oh my god.
I actually like those movies.
Oh, I could not.
Rise of the Machines, I put that on the lowest rung.
Yeah.
I mean, that was even worse than Salvation, and Salvation could have been so much better if they wouldn't have had a certain actor that forced his will upon everybody.
I agree with you.
I would
You
have liked.
disagree with me?
I
Hey,
would have liked.
he was in a moment.
No, I gotta agree. Christian Bale ruined Terminator Salvation.
It would have been,
Because-
the ending would have been perfect if he hadn't pushed that.
I mean, you do know about the real ending, right?
No.
The real ending was that.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell it, Renee. You know better than I do.
Well, the real ending is that of course you had the that guy who turned out to be the Terminator. That was the plot twist at the
Right.
end. And at the end, remember Christian Bale got wounded fighting the
Right.
T-800 and all that. What was
Right.
supposed to happen was that John Connor was supposed to die, and the guy who with the Terminator body was going to take over as John Connor.
No matter how many times they sent a Terminator in the back, into the past to kill John Connor, it doesn't matter. The person they're trying to kill isn't even John Connor.
Yeah, that was the big plot twist, saying that Skynet built their own destruction. That it was all a lie. The best way to beat the time travel game is that it was never John Connor. It was always that guy. That guy was really the force behind the revolution and everything. Now with this one, I'm so happy they ignored 3 and 4. I mean, and I have to say, if they made Terminator 1, 2, and Genesis was 3, it would have been an awesome trilogy.
Well, this is a new trilogy in any way, because the guys that made it actually had said they already have 2 other movies planned, and this is a trilogy. It's unfortunate that it did not do as well in the box office, and people still have the bad taste of Salvation in their mouth, because they did stay away.
No, it did so. It didn't do what they wanted. I mean, part of it, I gotta say, the casting was good. I mean, I'm used to seeing her on Game of Thrones, but Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor was a great fit. Jai Courtney is quickly becoming like the go-to action star. Jason Clarke was pretty good as John Connor, and for the first time, Arnold Schwarzenegger just really solid.
Stole the show, without, even trying.
Now, I will say that some of the humor was forced. Now, that's the downside to me. When they
But
get
they've
the
been doing that
Terminator
ever
smile.
since too.
Yeah, and I gotta say, part of it is that one, Arnold Schwarzenegger, no matter what, is a stiff actor.
Yeah.
I mean, everything he does, but then that's him. That's his charm, he's a stiff guy. So when he's like, it's as fake as Orly's.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on. Well, let me just go ahead and just say it, just to help you guys understand. He's as stiff as this minion. right here.
Put the talking Twinkie away.
Bob.
Okay, you put that talking Twinkie away. All right.
But look. If it's just to put it in the proverbial, it's as stiff as it's stiff as Arnold getting arthritis.
You have to remember, Chino, if you painted Orly yellow, he'd definitely be a stand-in on the Minions.
If you painted Orly yellow, it'd use the same thing we used on the Tin Man. He's not coming back. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
When it comes to Salvation, and going back to Salvation a little bit, I didn't really like the movie to begin with. It didn't really have anything to do with Christian Bale. I mean, one of the things that I think took away from that movie is it wasn't based on the present. It was based in the far future. So you're already suspending belief a little bit there. And as awesome as we thought that was going to be, it wasn't, I can't really blame it on Christian Bale. I think just story-wise, in general, it didn't work very well,
Well, and plus at the end, I mean, how can you have open heart surgery in the middle of the desert, with all this dust flying around, when I've had a friend, and you know who you are, who needed an entire room redusted and basically sanitized to make sure that he doesn't die when he comes back from that kind of surgery.
Well, the truth is that they just sprayed Lysol on the
No, they didn't use Lysol, man. They used that what's it called? Windex.
That's what he gets for going to a Juarez hospital for open.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, we just lost half of our hate mail goes to you now.
Yeah,
that one.
They don't have internet.
You and Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
Leave Donald alone. He ain't hurt nobody.
He don't know nothing either. He's an ignorant hick.
Well, I will go ahead and say this about this film. It was entertaining. It was a good successor to Terminator 2 and Terminator. I loved the acting. Sarah Connor was great. Really solid all the way through.
I still was like, it's the Dragon Queen. The Dragon Queen is the Dragon Queen. The Terminator.
Yeah, you just wanted to go ahead, just give her the yellow
white hair.
Dreadlocks. Yeah.
Yeah, she had her real hair in this time.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. Even in the movie, she is short. My God, she's a short lady.
Yes. I mean, come on. But you know what I liked?
What?
I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger as the role of the protecting dad, and the kind of look that he could give Kyle Reese. But also, when he goes ahead and starts mentioning copulation, and it's like, okay, ew.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you made it with them yet?
I'm not a fan of. Not a fan. I should say I never got into Game of Thrones. So Emily Clark is kind of new to me. I haven't seen her from really Game of Thrones. So I'm coming at this movie from a different perspective. I'm seeing her for the first time as an actress just in this. And as much as she does a decent job. I'm not gonna say she did a great job because you can compare her to. What was her name? The original Sarah Connor. Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton was awesome. I mean, you see her in Terminator 2. Linda Hamilton was awesome. And
she completely changed.
Between Terminator and Terminator 2. But you also have to remember this is a completely different Sarah Connor.
Let me finish. Thank you. All right. When we look at them, we see, all right, you're right. One of the things, she did transform herself. So she was awesome in Terminator 2. I mean, that's her definitive. If it comes to a definitive movement she's ever been in, that's going to be it. That was her best role she's ever done. Since then, I've never seen her do anything better. All right.
Yeah, I think that's the only movie she's done.
She's done other movies. They're never going to touch that one. When it comes to Emily Clark, I mean, she did an okay job. I'm not gonna say she did a great job because honestly, she didn't touch Sarah Connor from Terminator 2. There were too many scenes where she was getting rescued. Whereas if you look at Terminator 2, she's pretty much doing everything on her own. And this one, on the one hand, it's kind of unfair to her because what she's doing is she's portraying Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2. So, there's bound to be some discrepancies.
Well, I think part of it too. The other one, I thought, because I was like comparing them to the actors. Jai Courtney to me was a little better, or I gotta say, he's a little better actor than Michael Biehn. I mean, because I gotta say this, Michael Biehn isn't a great actor.
No,
he's stiff. He's stiff in Tombstone. He's stiff in every movie he is. We met him. He's a jerk, and
he's on par with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but at least Arnold Schwarzenegger has some charisma.
I disagree with you there too.
You don't get to be governor of California without having some charisma.
No, I prefer Michael Bihn's performance was better than Jai Courtney's, and I mean one of the reasons of that for me is the fact that Michael Biehn was needed in the movie to rescue, Sarah Connor in the first.
You and I are going to disagree on that one because I saw Terminator before I saw this one, and I just gotta say, he was so awkward. I mean, I'm talking about Michael Biehn. Michael Biehn was so awkward in the Terminator. Watching it now, and yeah, he tried to be a tough guy and all this, but the actor he just didn't pull it off. This one, he's a little different because it got thrown out of the element like everything. And I gave him credit because he's supposed to be the guy, and we knew where he was supposed to do. He had an idea of what the mission was supposed to be. He had this mentality of Sarah Connor. He had like, oh, I'm going to do this, and all this, like what he was going to do in part one, and then it all went to hell right away. The one thing that threw me off was all the time travel elements in it. Time travel gives me a headache.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, spaghetti-like pieces of filament.
It handles it better than some of the other movies I've seen do it.
Yeah, but come on, hey, like we're in 1984. Let's jump to 2017 and...
Oh, no, it wasn't that. It was... Oh, no spoilers, right? Well, I don't know. Spoilers? No, we don't have spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah, but remember, they have an argument about 2017 to begin with. They're like, okay, all right.
Huh?
I guess we're gonna go to 2017.
Yeah.
They have a huge argument. Come on, they have a huge argument whether they should go to 2017 or not. All right, they have a huge argument about it. You know what I'm talking about. You saw the movie.
I know. I'm just wondering who joined us right now.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was like a guest that you.
No, I didn't. I didn't invite anybody.
Yeah, I was just like, what the heck?
Who's Derek?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Hi, Derek.
Have we been?
No, he's gone.
He's
I
gone.
know. But
Did we get
Bye,
hacked
Derek.
or something?
No. Sorry.
Derek.
Maybe he'll come back.
An invite that you didn't know of?
No, I only invited the nerds and Tremont. I mean, the regular group.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, moving on.
Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. I mean, maybe he got to join the wrong hangout. Oh, whoa, what am I in? Oh, oops.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Neither did I, apparently. I thought this was a closed group. We've never had anybody else just jump in on this. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Sorry about
So
that.
if you're watching, jump in and let's see what happens.
No, because the show has to
Okay.
get posted, and I don't want to edit. Okay.
Well,
Oh, wow. Oh, whoa.
up?
What the heck?
What was what?
We're not closed anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we just have another person join us or something?
No,
Or did somebody ask a
No,
question?
no.
Just keep on going.
Yo, the big news we have coming up here is, of course, San Diego Comic-Con. It exploded, and that's the thing. I'm not going to say it started yesterday. No, it exploded. Okay, it really just came out of nowhere, and I'm just amazed at all the quick just news we've been getting and all this. And so, just a couple of the highlights I want to bring up. And I know a couple of us here are huge fans of the comic book series and everything. I gotta ask, Chino, since I know you were with me on the comic book series and all this, what's your reaction to the announcement that they're doing a Dark Knight Returns 3?
Why not, man? I mean, the first one was excellent, and I love the second one. Orly loves the second one. I lent it to him finally.
Yeah.
It was great, you know. The only problem I have, I'm not sure where they're gonna go with it, because the first one, you know, the Return of the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Strikes Again, you know, they're in a dystopian future. So I wonder how exactly, you know, this one is gonna, you know, what direction they're gonna take it in. You know, it's interesting. I don't know if the future's still gonna be dystopian, because at the end of the second one, they brought down Luther. So I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Superman's a bad guy in this one.
That's the thing that threw me off, was that when you do these kind of things, how does one, you know, and I kept thinking, okay, if you're doing a Dark Knight 3, how are you going to do it?
He blew up his Batcave, so it's got to be a new reinvention. He totally destroyed the Batcave.
I mean, as completely as
it's a volcano.
Well, as completely as Tony Stark went ahead and destroyed all of his suits just to have another one by Avengers 2.
No, it's a volcano, dude. He made a volcano, basically.
Yeah.
Don't even compare this to Tony Stark. When Batman destroys something, he destroys something, okay? Tony Stark just meddles with it, okay?
Well, of course, you know, and that's a funny thing. That's like the only real comic book discussion that came out of Comic-Con, which.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only real discussion we're getting out of this. I mean, so far what it seems to be is that, again, Batman versus Superman is really dominating Comic-Con, and that's what I'm hearing from everyone.
It's everywhere. I mean, you look at any of the posts, that's one of the biggest things that's coming out right now. I guess they're trying to take over everything right now.
Well, there's one danger to that.
Oversaturation?
Oversaturation, overexposure.
Well, it's Comic-Con, man. They're supposed to do it.
Well, I know. They are, but the thing is this. You build up the hype too much, and people will start, oh, okay, that.
Yeah,
okay.
No worries with me. Yeah, no problems there, man.
I mean,
I'll tell you.
No, you got some group like Chino who already is bashing it, even though they're not seeing it. They're not, not even like seeing actually like 5 minutes of footage.
I know. We still have our concerns of Batfleck. You know, we're going to go ahead and still see what happens there. I'll tell you which movie has been doing a very smart campaign, if it really is a campaign. If it isn't, this thing has more leaks than the Titanic, and that is Suicide Squad. I mean, some of that stuff has to have been, on purpose leaked. Because, I mean, I have never seen any film with this many leaks from it.
Well, one is being shot out in certain open locations, and so people, of course, are there. The paparazzi are there, and part of it, I think, and let's be honest, what's really just selling it is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and Joker.
You know that, and now that they're it's being rumored that Jada Pinkett Smith is trying to get into the movie as well.
Why?
Her character's dead.
As a character named Vixen.
Oh, I hope not. I'd rather see somebody else as Vixen. I don't want to see her as Vixen. I like her, don't get me wrong.
I mean, everybody's going to be looking.
I don't know. I would think that it would need to be somebody a little younger.
Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be, Fish Mooney's sister or something?
That's nothing to do with Fish Mooney, man. Get out of your universe.
Yeah. I mean, I got to say, if they're going to... Vixen is a great character to have. I would be okay. Especially, I mean, she really stood out in the Justice League Unlimited series. But, yeah, it's got to be somebody a little... Not even Halle Berry could do it anymore. I mean, they replaced her with a younger Storm now, so...
Well, I know one upcoming movie that's lost my interest since they lost the hopeful director for it, and that would be Justice League Dark. They lost. Okay, I'm getting too old again.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
Alzheimer's, dude. Yeah, we're not gonna wait around forever, dude. Where am I? What am I doing? Where are my pants?
Pan's Labyrinth. Oh, geez.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. They lost him as the creative director behind it. So,
Wow.
For me, that was the one thing going ahead and making it sound very appetizing as seeing a movie.
Well, I gotta disagree. I don't think there's overhype right now, because before Comic-Con there was buzz, but there wasn't like really much. Because there was some trailer. We saw that one trailer.
Come on, you had a teaser to the teaser for Superman versus Batman.
All right, but you gotta remember, man, when it comes to this year's Comic-Con, there's no real competition, man. Marvel's not there, you know what I mean? So, of course, they're gonna push the envelope with their stuff, you know? You don't have Marvel to counterbalance it, you know?
And the only thing that we've seen, and that's awesome, was one, they actually had an up-close of the armor, the Batman's armor, which looks great. I mean, the light-up eyes and all that was really cool. Again, I love Batman's costume. Again, I'm going to judge Ben Affleck when I see it, but I love the costume. The costume is absolutely amazing. He can move in this costume.
Don't talk Twinkie.
Don't you know how much he hates the Minions?
No, actually, I didn't.
Yeah, he hates Minions.
Oh, wow, new weapon. Thank you.
Or else Gino's going to start cleaning up in clown makeup and going.
I'll bring out my Groot. You bring out your Minions. We'll go ahead and.
No, he doesn't mind Groot. He doesn't mind Minions. But you know what? I hate freaking clowns.
Yeah, so Gino's going to put on the clown costume.
Wait, you got to distinguish which clown. Is it the clown from Stephen King's It, or is it the clown from Creepshow?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter whichever clown. It doesn't matter any of them. I'm just going to say I don't like clowns. You know, I don't like the Killer Clown. I don't like the Killer Brown. I don't like any of them clowns or any of that. So you guys can go ahead.
There was a woman at my niece's 6-year-old birthday party. There was Patches the Clown. It was a woman. He had to leave because he had the tendency of wanting to punch her in the face. And all he was doing was blowing up the balloons, making them into the stuffed animals.
That's
Poor
evil.
Patches, he would have.
That's evil. She's doing evil.
Hey, Orly, what about rodeo clowns? Orly, give me your opinions on rodeo clowns.
My opinion is rodeo clown. If the bull wins, the bull wins. Thank God.
You see, and right now you're just gonna get a bunch of messages, a bunch of posts, and all that on your page.
Clown hater.
What
do you think of Joker?
Okay, he's the only clown I have love for.
He doesn't hide what's behind the mask.
No. He's truly evil and malice. You know, at least he doesn't hide it behind a smiley face. You know what I mean? He wears his malice on his shoulder. You know, no clown going around like, "Ooh, I'm gonna hurt you." Okay.
Well, let me just moving on a little bit. One, I'm starting to like the toys. They actually had the actual display of the Batman versus Superman toys. I'm starting to like them. We actually seen Wonder Woman. Mattel said there is a lot of Wonder Woman merchandise. They're not hiding from female female discrimination like they made. You're going to see plenty of Wonder Woman. You're going to see plenty of Batman, Superman, and I'm glad they're doing that. And then the other toy news that I'm excited about, Thundercats are coming back.
Yeah.
Oh!
You know, that last incarnation, I saw part of it, and I was mad because I can't find it anywhere. And I only got through like a couple episodes of it.
They never released a season DVD at all.
No.
Yeah. And,
I'll help you find it, Sherman.
It just as it was hitting
That's
number
great.
Well,
No.
I mean, I love the Thundercats. Thundercats were awesome. I mean,
Oh yeah.
well, there's some cartoon websites that I don't want to encourage people to go, but you know, if you
know, I'm just it's not even on like Hulu or Crunchyroll.
It disappeared, man. That's the thing.
And that's Cartoon Network. I mean, really, they love to go ahead and have #1 shows to cancel them.
Yeah, it's their wisdom.
Reminds me of Fox.
It was so awful because I mean, it was right at the time, or again for a brief time, Thundercats was a highly rated cartoon show on Cartoon Network, and Cartoon Network for some reason decided to kill it.
They first did it by putting it in a 3 a.m. time slot.
Yeah, they tried to kill it with bad time slots and everything. But you know what? This is just an example of Cartoon Network's many decisions that result in taking the kitty out with the kitty litter. You know what I mean?
You know, when I think of Cartoon Network, I think of the people driving the Titanic. It's almost kind of the same, you know. I get kind of the same idea, but as opposed to the Titanic, I think they're like, trying to crash into the.
Why, look, Captain, there's an iceberg ahead.
It makes me lonesome for the time when Cartoon Network was good. When they had Space Ghost Coast to Coast on there.
That was good.
When they went ahead and had Brack and Friends. When they had C-Lab 2028 or whatever it was. I've forgotten the name. Was it 2028? What was it?
2021.
2021. Yeah.
Well, the only thing they have right now that's good is, Rick and Morty and season 2 is coming up.
That's it. As far as I know, that's it. Or as far as I watched, that's it so far.
I say at least they put Attack on Titan on there.
Well, Attack on Titan, yeah, but we don't even know if they're going to get new episodes.
You might as well just go ahead and go on to Crunchyroll. You can see them without even going ahead and paying the $5 a month.
So when it comes to Cartoon Network, when it comes to Cartoon Network, they do that though, man. They'll show you a series of anime and they won't finish it. They'll give you a taste for it, and they're like, oh well, there you go. That's as much as we're gonna show you.
It's almost as bad as going ahead and getting to the end of Robotech and going ahead and saying, such and such going to happen in the next episode, and the next episode goes back to episode 1. Then you go through it a second time, and you're wanting to see more episodes, and then all of a sudden it goes back to episode 1.
Dude, that was my history with Doctor Who, man. So.
Yeah. You know what? At least they don't try to go ahead and change the Japanese shows to go ahead and change their... Oh, wait a minute. They did do that.
Can you say Cowboy Bebop?
Oh God, they made it so that Spike lived, and it's like,
yeah,
no,
really?
these kids are mature. They know what happens. They know they can take it. Let them see it.
Well, it's like the edited Naruto episodes,
Oh yeah, all I gotta say, sorry kids, Spike died.
Yep.
I blame.
It was a glorious and wonderful death.
Well, it's like on Dragon Ball Z, the whole city explodes, and for the American version, they add a thing saying everybody was evacuated.
No, they're dead. They're dead.
No, they're dead.
Hey, I'm still surprised Dragon Ball Z's coming back.
I know.
Why? It's Dragon Ball Z, man.
Involved with that, or is that another GT bullshit?
No.
This is our brand new episode. It's from the same people.
The actual creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the same creator, and it's hard to explain because
they're bringing back Frieza.
Yeah, that's the thing that threw me off. Is like
they're bringing back Frieza, but they've also got someone new that I hadn't seen. Looked like a ancient Egyptian cat god or something.
The kid went ahead and
he is a god.
Killed his ass.
That's the thing that threw me off because I saw some of them and I'm like, okay, they brought these characters, and I was like, is it a reboot like the Sailor Moon or?
It looks like a continuation.
It's a continuation. and they're just gonna go ahead and they'll bring a couple
Ignore
characters
GT.
back and then introduce you to new ones.
Yeah,
I hope you ignore GT.
in a way, not really exactly. I mean, they're kind of taking it off from the last movie.
It's the same, just different.
Don't bother with that. Go see Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, I'm not
I haven't
even
finished
bothering.
watching that.
You know what? I'm just wondering what Akira Toriyama has to say about this.
He's committing seppuku.
Well, when they did that to GT, he was like, no.
No, I'm not going to do
my
that.
name off away from everything.
Yeah, but then they begged him to come back and he fixed it. But you know what? At that point, poor man is so tired.
When you start to having non-Saiyans go Super Saiyan, you know that it's not only jumped a shark, it's jumped a whole ocean full of sharks.
Well, let me
That's
point out
because this is a world of equal opportunity and everybody deserves a chance. So if you're Little Mouse and you want to be a Super Saiyan, by all means, be a Super Saiyan.
Well, why not?
Version 3.
Why not? Because
At
for
least
one,
be a Saiyan.
I know that there is another season of Sailor Moon.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard that was
I
pretty whack.
didn't see what the problem
The kids make fun of it, that it was so bad. How you have the cross eyes. And,
It's badly produced. It wasn't
yeah, it is.
made correctly.
I heard that it was just totally garbage.
Yeah, it was garbage.
I looked at like half the episodes. I haven't gone back to finish them. I didn't
I couldn't
see
even
that
watch
big of a
first of it.
problem.
I'm just upset that some of the best anime coming out nowadays are only 12 episodes, and it's got...
Oh, we lost David. Good or bad? I think no.
It's over.
Speaking of 12 episodes, and he's gone.
No, dude,
There he is. He's back.
David, you worry me so much because you were like talking like this, and then you stopped, and I thought, oh God, he had a stroke.
Oh, do you remember that? Hey, Renee, do you remember that you went in Animal House when they were about to shoot the horse?
Yeah.
And then they go ahead, he shoots the gun the other way, and the horse has a heart attack. You just see.
Ah!
But no, I mean,
It worries me to freeze, man.
is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? That's, I mean,
Actually, that was really good.
it's really good.
I've enjoyed that one.
I mean, I guess they're on mid-season break or something, and it's like, really? Not at this point,
Well, you gotta understand that Danmachi, it went way beyond the manga, dude. It already went way beyond the manga. The manga hasn't even caught up to where they're at,
Well, let me move on a little bit because again, time's running a little short on this, and I wanted Chino's opinion on this because I know you've been the most vocal. You're gonna marry Ben Affleck, Chino.
Why? Because he got divorced.
We have the
The divorce has to go
the
through first.
announcements already. The cards are already in the mail.
He hates Ben Affleck so much that he's gonna have sex with him. That's how much he hates him.
Oh,
Marley, no talking Twinkies.
it's legal now. It's legal now.
No, because that was the semi-news. I mean, they're going to have the big DC panel, and I'm suspecting they're going to have the entire Justice League, all the actors who are going to be Justice League. That's the next thing. I suspect we're going to have a new trailer. But what they announced today was that we know Ben Affleck is contracted for, obviously, Justice League 1 and 2. He's contracted to appear in 5 other movies, and I'm guessing Suicide Squad is going to be one he's going to appear in. Not only that, but he's co-writing and he's officially going to direct the Batman solo movie.
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
co-writing. Scary.
Yeah,
So-
the man is going through some personal issues, man, and there's no way that isn't gonna affect his work, So, I won't be surprised if he, files out of it or something,
With contracts like those. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Well, if he doesn't,
And
we're not gonna get
he's
it.
one very professional in regards to once he says he's going to do something. I haven't seen him back down too many times in roles.
Well, again, I recommend you guys see Argo. Argo was a good movie.
Very good film. I love that film.
Yeah.
Is that the one with when they went to Iran?
Yeah.
With the fake sci-fi.
Yeah, that was a good. That was a good one. You know, I give him credit because that was a good one, and Townies was
He
a
is
good
a good
one.
writer. You know, you have to remember, he really got his start not just as an actor, but the thing is that as the writer of Good Will Hunting.
And again, this is what tears me up.
Good Will Hunting.
This is what tears me up about Ben Affleck. Chino only looks at one side. He's a contrarian. He's negative. You're negative, dude. Sorry, you are.
And you're too positive. What's your point?
See, again, my point. You're proving my point more. But what happens is that he conflicts me. I was having this discussion with a student of mine. He's been so good in some movies, but in some other ones he's been so terrible. You know.
Well, the movies that he's terrible in, he doesn't have it.
No, let's face it. He can do it. He can be it. But we don't know if he's going to. We're all like, oh no, is he going to be the good Affleck or he's going to be the bad Affleck? Oh no.
Geely, that's all I have to say to you.
Daredevil Affleck sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree.
That's because Affleck had no control over anything on that. That was a studio-made film.
Well, the director's cut was a lot better. I recommend people to see the director's cut.
I gotta agree with you.
The director's cut, it was totally terribly done. The action scenes were terrible. I hated that.
Well, that's you.
I mean, come on, the action scenes. Geez, worst choreographed action ever.
Marley.
You know what? I'm sorry though. Man, you know what though? Colin Farrell with a bald head. They should have never done that to the man.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
He don't look right with a bald head. He can't
play. He doesn't.
You know, and that's my concern when it comes to Ben Affleck. He doesn't really look good doing something physical. You know what I mean? I'm used to him being the actor that, oh shucks guy, or oh he's the funny guy, But
or being the douche like he was in Mallrats.
Yeah, that guy, especially that guy. He doesn't really do, like I said, and I've had this complaint with Renee before. I mean, if we compare his action scenes with Matt Damon's action scenes, Matt Damon shines in just about every action movie he's been in. Ben Affleck always comes out a little stiff, you know what I mean? I don't know. Hopefully they pull it off in this one, but he always seems very stiff, If all he does in Batman is pose and do this and that stuff, okay, alright, I could kind of buy it. But if it's intricate fighting scenes, I don't see Ben Affleck putting it very well. Although I'll give him credit. In the movie Paycheck, I have to admit his action scenes there were better than anything he's done since, that, action-wise.
Alright,
yeah, but that also goes down to the directors and the choreographers. They're going to choreograph that up the wazoo.
He still has to pull it off, though. He has to pull it off.
And that
if they put him in a suit, they can always get somebody else.
It cannot be worse than going ahead and having Harrison Ford do Geriatric Jones versus the Alien Men.
All right, but when it comes to
can't be as worse as that, bad as that.
When it comes to Harrison Ford, though, man, come on, you're comparing Harrison Ford to Ben Affleck. Come on.
Yeah, that's off.
Come on. Okay, you're never gonna see Ben Affleck try to be Indiana Jones. You know how silly that was.
No, but I mean, compared the fight scenes from like 2 to this last one that he was in.
No, I disagree with you. Harrison Ford's fight scenes in the King and the Crystal Skull were good. When he was fighting that Russian guy in the Amazon, I thought that was pretty good. Now,
when he was struggling to get to go ahead and get into that refrigerator, yeah, very good.
I'm not talking about that. I said I mentioned some specific scenes I liked.
I'm joking.
Now everybody agreed that scene was bad.
Steven, you would never get in the refrigerator to begin with, so don't even go there. All right.
Oh,
no, I need to go ahead and mention this to you guys. You know what? The good thing about this is the fact that maybe Affleck can pull it off if there's a stunt double going in and doing those action scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's got the helmet. He can wear the cape and cowl. Hey, cape and cowl hides all.
And that's how they did it with Michael Keaton.
Yep.
Michael Keaton didn't do that much action. I mean, he couldn't. Poor guy. As we call what a great Batman he was and all that. He really didn't do that many action scenes because it was all the stuntmen and all the shooting around, and he just did quick shots.
Well, Michael Keaton was smart. He wasn't the type to go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
What are you talking about?
God, that's a.
Marley, yeah, we just lost all our audience members. I think Derek left us because of that.
That's one of those songs that just stayed with me, and I hated it back then. I hated it. I'd be like watching MTV and then or VH1, and then all of a sudden.
You know what? Let's move on. Let's move away from Ben Affleck.
Okay, I want to. Okay, still on casting. This one bothers me.
Oh, yeah.
Marissa Tomei has been cast officially as Aunt May.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna be a young-looking Aunt May.
What?
Younger compared to the old gray-headed Aunt May that we always have pictured.
It bothers me because I'm thinking of Marissa Tomei in The Wrestler, and she was pretty good-looking, and.
But that's what I'm saying. You knew she was older. You knew she wasn't one of the young 20-year-olds.
Dude, but still, I still think of her in My Cousin Vinny. I mean, that's like, woo, a hot lady, and then all of a sudden, two youths. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
but
I'm not attracted to Aunt May at all. Okay, no. never.
But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to give Aunt May the sex appeal, and
it's not really that big of a. It's not that big of a stretch. I mean, if you look at the Ultimate Spider-Man, and you don't, her Aunt May is fairly young. She comes off as fairly young, so
yes,
if you watch the animated thing, it's not really that big of a stretch. For a time she was dating Coulson in Ultimate Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So it's not that big of a stretch.
And also, old Aunt May was marrying Doc Ock, so get over it.
All right.
Well, I'm just again, when I think of hotness, I see people cosplaying, drawing Mary Jane. And the hot, sexy red-headed former wife. I don't even know what's going on right now in the Spider-Man universe, if they're married or not.
Gwen Stacy's alive.
But nobody does Aunt May cosplay. Nobody does.
Not yet.
There it is.
Well, what about
until this point? When this movie comes out, all things change.
What about Sally Field as Aunt May? You had her.
But she was on point. I mean, she was old.
Yeah, she's old. She didn't have the helmet hair like she did in Steel Magnolias, you know that?
Well, Gidget was a long time ago, my friend.
She didn't fly with a nun hat.
People forget, that was only one season. Okay.
The Flying Nun, yep.
Yeah, the Flying Nun was only one season. Gidget was like 3 seasons.
Yep.
But I like the Flying Nun. In fact, we need a reboot of the Flying Nun. Actually, I would watch a reboot of the Flying Nun. Yeah,
I'd watch it if it's Lindsay Lohan as the Flying Nun.
Oh, no, get me hitting the side of the church, man. No.
You be like, she's supposed to practice when she went to go do that scene.
For the wrong reason.
No, she thought it was a frying nun. Anyway.
Okay, so am I supposed to get that you guys are okay with Marissa Tomei as Aunt May?
Well, it's Marvel movies.
It's going to be one of those throw-ups.
Marvel movies changing things, dude. I mean, look at Ultron. Pym didn't create Ultron. They went their own way with that. You know what I mean? They're gonna go their own way with Spider-Man. It's not gonna be, canon exactly. They're gonna mess around with it, just like they did with the Winter Soldier. All of a sudden he appeared.
I'm gonna have to see how she comes out.
Yeah, my only issue is again the objectification of women. Because I totally disagree with all of that. It's just the sexualization of women is it's incompatible with what's going on in today's movie system.
I mean, are you talking about like how they're being treated in Arkham Knight?
You have to save. But you see what I'm getting at, though? Yeah, but you see what I'm getting at, though. Every character now, especially if it's a woman, she's gotta be sexy now. There's no in between.
That's always
There's
existed, though, man. That's always
no,
existed in
no,
movies.
it has to, because it again. Let's
Just look at
compare.
Wonder Woman.
Let's compare the old Aunt May to what they're trying to give us now.
Well,
We've always seen
the
Aunt May
debate,
as an
Brad.
older woman. Not
Does it
one
have
that
to be that way? Do you have to stereotype her as a grandma? Can't Aunt May be the cool grandma that doesn't look her age? I mean, believe me, my mom doesn't.
Yeah, dude.
If your mom watches the show, you're gonna get hurt. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now.
No, but you could have that the older, younger aunt. Like in the animes, in a lot of anime now, you have the
David,
aunt.
I love
a
your
lot
mom.
younger.
I love your mom, but I'm not
Don't
going
go
to think
there.
of her in that way.
No,
okay?
no.
And that's my point. That's the way we've always looked at Aunt May. She was Aunt May, not MILF Aunt May.
Just admit it. You go ahead and smell like.
Yeah, let me give you a counter.
That you could get the hots for.
Sherman,
No.
let me give you a counter to that, though, man. I mean, look
Go
at
for it.
Man of Steel. Okay, we got Man of Steel. We got Martha Kent, in that movie, and that lady is she's an attractive lady, We didn't
not
really
saying
get
you can't
any
be
of that
older
off of her,
attractive.
you know what I mean? Then what do you think?
That started with, I got to bring up Annette O'Toole in Smallville. They made him younger, and Annette O'Toole is still fairly attractive, and she was very attractive in the show.
Remember, he's a teenager. It's not great Aunt May. It's Aunt May.
So?
And he's
It
going to
could
be
be-
more of a teenager instead of older.
I think it has to be more about the times. I mean, back then when they first put together Spider-Man, when you talked about your aunt was an older woman. Usually it was an older woman, but now times have changed, and you're seeing
the age
younger and
gap has
younger aunts.
decreased.
And
Yeah.
by the way, if you don't think that they weren't a bit sexist back then, look
I didn't
at
say
the
they
original-
weren't.
Okay, look at Wonder Woman back then.
I
With
get it.
the lasso, the very, the short skirt, and if you went ahead and roped her up, she'll do anything for you.
I'm not saying
really?
they weren't. I'm not saying they weren't sexist. What I'm saying is that whereas back in the day they actually drew lines. Okay, well we've got these women over here that we're going to objectify, and then we're going to have these women over here that they're going to be our mothers and our aunts, and those are the women that we're going to respect. We're kind of losing. To me, I see like we're kind of losing that.
That's going ahead and putting them into categories, and
wrong categories.
back then.
You know what? I have to disagree with David with the Wonder Woman. Orly, cut it out. I have to disagree with David when it comes to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was a great show, especially for women, dude. I mean, that's where you had the first stunt woman appear in Wonder Woman,
Oh, I'm
So
not
it's a
talking about that. I'm
progressive
talking
show,
about in
you know?
comics.
Oh,
I'm
comics.
talking about in
never mind. I thought you
comics.
meant the show. Alright, yeah,
I mean,
okay, alright.
And look what they did to her in the 60s, going ahead and making her, into a female spy and, having the first on comic book sex scene there. They objectified women like crazy. And then even back then, when she wasn't Wonder Woman, what did she have to be? A housewife.
Let me bring up one that they
Well,
did.
who's she married to?
In the 70s show with Linda Carter, she
Right.
was absolutely not objectified on that show. She was treated. I consider that show, and even Linda Carter herself said it was really groundbreaking because she was not objectified at all. She wasn't sexified. She was a superhero who came in and saved the day on that show.
And told the men what to do.
Yeah. And again, nobody said, "Oh, she's a woman. We're not going to listen to her."
Well, if
That
they
would've
did,
been
they got beat up. So that works either way.
Yeah.
But you can't say that the outfit didn't bring guys in.
Thank you.
The outfit didn't have to move it.
And I gotta say, even then, the outfit wasn't like that outrageous.
But
look at
I would disagree with you on that.
Look at the Gal Gadot. Look at her outfit.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman outfit. In fact, I think it's more conservative actually than the
I
original one.
consider the
It may look a
current
little more like
Wonder
Xena,
Woman
but
outfit. The costume actually to me really says I love the costume because it has a lot of Roman Amazonian influences, and it says Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Historically.
looks like armor. It looks like armor.
You know, and I'd have to say, I mean, Marvel does a good job of really not objectifying women to that point. Look at Black Widow. When it comes to Black Widow's really competent. You know, they're not just saying, oh, she's attractive looking, but she doesn't do anything. She's attractive looking and she does a lot of stuff, you know. When Iron Man 3, as much as I hated it, who was a hero of Iron Man 3? Who saved who? Pepper ended up saving Tony Stark in the movie. You know what I mean? She was a hero in the movie.
yeah, and he got
not Tony
kicked off
Stark.
of Avengers
You know?
when she got hired.
Yeah, that would have been good. So I
I'm
think
just
Marvel
thinking-
knows what they're doing. I mean, I never really see any really objectification in Marvel movies. I'm not sure about DC. We'll see how that plays out. But with Marvel, not really. I mean, all the women they do show are confident. You know, Agent Carter got her own series where a lot of you guys didn't like it, but I thought she was okay. Even Agents of Shield. The women are very confident. They're not just they're attractive, but they're just there. You know?
Yeah. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that that they do take that that sexual tone, regardless of who it is. When it comes to a woman, look at ScarJo's suit in Avengers.
How else do you expect her to fight the forces of evil?
She could have done it with baggy pants.
Becky get caught out in the engine, man.
Yeah, but let me give you a corner that, Sherman. Look at Thor in Thor 2. Oh, look at Captain America, the first Avenger, man. We see plenty of scenes without them shirtless.
Both of them, going ahead and having the scene of Captain America chopping wood just to go ahead and show off his biceps for the girls. Talk about objectifying, women.
Talk about Wolverine showing his backside to show himself to the women.
I mean,
that was a little gross, but yeah.
When's the last time you had a little bit of an overweight with pot belly, gut showing out, superhero? No, they have to have.
Harley, sit down. Sit down, Harley.
Nah, just admit it. You're just pregnant.
All right. Well,
I've been pregnant for the last 5 years.
time is running out on us, so we got to be heading out here. First of all, we want to thank the San Diego Comic Con.
Well, let's finish. Yeah, let's finish our review of the Terminator, man.
We haven't given it a read.
I mean, let's do that before we leave, then we can go, but let's give it a grade.
Okay, well, going back to that, I forgot about that. Sorry. Okay, for the let me go first. For the Terminator review, the good thing was it had really good action. It's a whole lot better than 3 and Salvation. It would have been awesome as a trilogy, but a couple of the jokes were forced. To me, it felt forced. There was kind of a bit of an awkwardness in a couple of the story plots, especially when you're dealing with time travel. It gets a bit awkward. And the ending, of course, they did it just, again, they left it open for sequels, which part of me wishes they didn't. I'm giving this movie a solid B+. Again, it's worth watching. It's a summer movie. But, again, it wasn't like really a mind-blower. Jurassic World was better for bringing back franchises. And, again, it is what it is. It was just a popcorn movie.
All right, who wants to go next?
You go next.
All right, it was a joyful romp through the. Wait a minute. It was a really good film. I liked a lot of the parts, especially the fight with Arnold and young Arnold. That was so wonderful. It's like watching two best friends getting back together and hitting each other over the head. It was a really good movie. The time travel is always a confusing thing, especially if you don't do it right. You have to be very careful with the consistency. If you don't make it consistent, all of a sudden it turns into so much raw jello. So really and truly, right now, my rating would be a B-. You go watch it. It's a popcorn movie. Enjoy it. let it be what it is. And if there are sequels, we'll be there to watch them.
No number this time.
Go ahead, David.
It's summer school. No.
Okay, summer school. Okay, we. All right. This is the true successor to Terminator 2. Not to say that it's the best of the best. It gives what you want. It does clean up some of the issues. As for the time travel, I didn't have as much of a problem with it. You know, though, if you just admit to the fact that your entire past can change depending on what happens, that's a little bit of the harder part to go ahead and bite down on. But the thing is this. Really, when it comes to Terminator, it felt like a good successor. And also, I don't know how many tips to the cap that they make to the original franchise. And I will go ahead and tell you this. Going ahead and bringing in the farmer's guy into it, he had a great role as the cop from the past that has gone, sort of crazy to everybody else. I loved his role. Yeah, J.K. Simmons. I wasn't going to say what his name was, but farmer's guy, J.K. Simmons, whatever. I couldn't think of the name right then. Okay, my Alzheimer's. All right. But either way, what was I talking about?
Pizza.
No, you're giving it a grade.
No. Truthfully, it was a good film. It gave me what I wanted, which was a romp back to the original Terminator movies, rather than going ahead and getting a narcissist actor's view of it. Truthfully, I would give it a B. Not a B minus, not a B plus. It's a B.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised. When it comes to me in the movie, I liked it was a good movie. I had fun watching it. It just didn't break any new ground. So don't expect it to be like, oh wow, But
it never promised
for what it was, for what it is, it's really good. The only thing that I disliked a little bit was, for me, the Kyle Reese was kind of pointless in the movie. Originally in the movie, well, no, that's a spoiler, right? I kind of dislike the fact that in some ways he seemed kind of pointless in the movie. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that kind of bothered me about the movie. And you're right, Arnold stole the show, but Arnold is Arnold. You know what I mean? So for what it was, I gave it a B plus. I enjoyed the movie, but it did have some flaws that bothered me.
All right. My review for Jurassic Park, B. I'm done.
We got to catch up. I mean, we have Ant-Man coming up.
I
know Gino is in line to see the Minions movie.
I am watching Ant-Man next weekend.
Yeah, Ant-Man looks pretty good. Again, to remind our viewers, we're going to be, we don't know if we'll be here next week or not. We got vacations. Things are pretty erratic, but we will recap San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe Kelly will be with us to talk about some stuff, and then we will be going to Space City Comic-Con at the end of July.
Houston.
So, at Houston. So we're going to have tons of fun there, and be sure to follow us on our Facebook page, and we'll see you then.
Bye. Bye.